Hello there, and welcome to the second episode of Minimal Maxing. We're going to be starting off today by doing the natural history quiz. Basically, what we need to do is go to all the displays and answer 3 questions about them. And once we're done that, we end up getting 1,000 Slayer and Hunter experience. So here's just the first one. Our reasons for doing this is we end up getting 28 kudos, which we're going to need in order to complete Temple at Senestin, which unlocks Ancient Curses. So you see here we're done the tasks, and here pops up our XP where we got 1,000 Slayer and 1,000 Hunter. We quickly teleport to Berthorpe now, as we're going to be starting one of the new RS3 quests, Death Plateau. We essentially help the army get up onto the top level, and this will also give us the Dwarven Army Axe, which we couldn't claim earlier, as it ticks off the Berthorpe task for us. So here we are starting the quest. We basically help a dwarf mine into a wall. We were doing some agility obstacles during the quest, so we ended up getting up to level 2 while we were doing it. And here we are, we finished the quest, so we're coming back, talking to him. We got some sandwiches. We're also going to get some lamps at the end of it. And these lamps are going to go into agility because the early levels are so slow, and we want the lamps to be in there. So as you see, I'm putting all 4 of these lamps at 100 experience or it's only 3 lamps, into agility. And we're up to level 5, and our further questing will get us all the way, I think, to level 42 without having to do a single lap. So as you see there, we claimed the Dwarven Army Axe, and we're going ahead to do the Druidic Ritual quest. The Druidic Ritual quest unlocks Herblore, so as we're going to want overloads for our combat, we're going to have to do this quest, so it's best to get it done early. And we finished it, and we had the potion as we brought it back to him. So we're now level 4, or level 3, and he gives us enough supplies to get up there. But this next quest is Goblin Diplomacy. It gives 6 quest points, which will be really nice. And it also starts off our crafting training by giving us 300 experience, and it's also required on the really long quest list we have, as we need to do the Lost Tribe to do the Recipe for Disaster. It's just a long combination, but this quest is required, so like with others, we're making sure we get it out early. So eventually, they don't like the orange dyed mail, so now we put on the blue dyed mail, and I wonder whether they'll like it again. And as described, they don't really like it. So we give them their original mail that they had at the start, the brown armor, and they love it. So you basically accomplish nothing with this quest apart from laughing at the goblins. I think this is a classic RuneScape quest in my opinion. So we got our starting crafting experience. Not sure what level we ended up getting to. Let's see here. We get to level 3. So we're gonna skip ahead and do the Dwarf Cannon quest, because we're going to want to cannon some Slayer tasks, and again it gives us some starting crafting experience. But I accidentally forgot to record part of the quest, so we only have the ending of the quest here. So we completed it, and we have our crafting experience. I think this takes us to level 9. And it unlocks the ability to make cannonballs, which we won't be doing, and also be able to use a cannon. Our next quest is Recruitment Drive, as this gives us more agility experience, and I forget the other reward, but it is an important quest on our path. So because I did the combat early, I have Surge everywhere I go now, so it'll end up saving me a bunch of time. But we're going in here and we just need to do a bunch of puzzles. And once we solved all the puzzles, they'll allow us to be part of the White Knights. But I noticed a problem very quickly in this. Once we're in here, you'll see the problem. We do our first task here. I think the answer here is fish. But we come into this room, and because we didn't train attack and strength when we were back at Elite Dungeons, and we have 1 attack and 1 strength, we have to actually hit them down, which we can't do with no weapons. You probably need about 20 attack, 20 strength to be able to do that. And I could have sat there because I had 70 defense, but it just would have taken absolutely forever. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Elite Dungeons to do 1 dungeon run and train up our strength and attack. As you can see, our main account's tanking for us. We hit that 13. So we went all the way up to 12 attack and strength on the first one. And eventually we get to the point where we can kill a mini boss with this account, and it gets us up to about 30s, I believe. Yeah, so we're 33 in attack and strength, and at this point we can go back to the quest and punch down this guy very quickly. I actually think that had we been punching that person down, we still would be punching them down if we were only level 1 and 2. So the quest is done, and it gave us starting herblore experience, some prayer experience, and continued our agility experience from quests. Now that I remember, the big motivation of this was herblore, because it got us to level 10, which is a quest requirement for a future quest we do. Now we're going to go to Lumbridge and do the Restless Ghost. Actually, no, we have to do Gertrude's Cat first. So Gertrude's Cat is a relatively quick quest. You just have to go rescue her cat, and it gets you all the way to, I believe, 13 cooking from it. 13 or 12 cooking for saving the cat. It's 1500 experience. So if we use that lamp, and we ended up getting to 11 cooking. So only 11 cooking here, but that is something. Now we go down to Lumbridge to do the Restless Ghost quest. See, we return his hat. We have to go get his skull from the Lumbridge swamp so he can go back and rest. Just behind this rock, a skeleton's gonna pop out. We don't actually have to kill the skeleton. It's kind of funny that that's probably his skeleton, because it was his head, but his ghost is over there. It doesn't really make any sense. And now we just have to talk to him, and we get some ancient bones for this, which we can trade in for prayer experience. And the ancient bones actually work on DXP. So if you ever want to do this quest, do it on DXP and you'll get an extra 500 experience in prayer. Now the next quest we're doing is we're starting the desert quest line. We have to do this quest line because we want to unlock the soul altar to make runecrafting training bearable. But to get the soul altar, you have to do about 80 quests. So this happens to just be one of those on that list. These are new quests, so they're actually like very well done. It's unfortunate that it's such a low-level quest for how good the quality is in terms of the dialogue, the story. I really like this quest. It's long, but I liked it. You see the graphics are a little wanky here, as we can see through these random particles. But that's the first of about 13 in the Desert series. It gives us a little bit of thieving experience. I believe we get up to level 3 from this. And then we have various other small amounts of experience that don't really get us a lot of levels. But that's that. Now we're going to go ahead and start the second quest in this series, Diamond in the Rough. It's actually a kind of fun boss fight. Again, it's a well-designed quest. It's so low level that people don't really think of it. So we finish that quest, and we go back to Al-Kharid to get our reward. So again, we gain combat and constitution experience, and we got up to level 5 thieving. Now, as you see here, I switched to medium graphics. I was getting annoyed with the potato style graphics, so I went ahead and did that. So the third quest in the Desert series is the Jack of Spades. This is also the intro to Menaphos. So we're going to do that quest to be able to unlock Menaphos, make it maybe our new hub that we can go to, and we can start gaining reputation very slowly because we now have Menaphos unlocked, as we will need to get to rank 9 reputation in order to use the Soul Altar and do that final quest. Again, the Jack of Spades quest is done. We get more thieving experience. We're up to level 9, which helps us out because we'll be able to get through the Thieves Guild quest very well, and this is why I'm starting these desert quests early, is to just give these early thieving levels that are a pain in the butt to train. So our next quest is Eclairn's Little Helper. It's a good quest. It just, you can tell it was designed back in 2005, 2006, because of how it works. How many times am I gonna fail this? I was doing the quest here, and this door just glitches out whenever you open it. It's kind of hilarious. God, if I fall on this again, oh, I've fallen like 4 or 5 times. It's absolutely ridiculous. So annoying. And I fell again. Watch, I'm gonna fall again and again and again. And this is the stupidest quest in the entire game. 8th time lucky? Hey! Finally made it! So now that we finally made it through, we finished Eclairn's Little Helper. The main reason for that quest was to get to 19 woodcutting without having to do the early levels. Our next quest after that was Contact, but I again forgot to record it. Also forget what the rewards are, but it was a much needed quest. Now if we come here, we're in the Thieves Guild at the north of Lumbridge, and we are going to start unlocking things associated with it. We need to do the first couple quests, because that unlocks the Thieves Guild doors, and we'll be using those doors along with the feud quest to ensure that we get to a high enough level for the Temple of Ikov, which requires 42 thieving, which is which allows us to get 8,000 fletching experience from that quest without training the skill. Again, skipping early levels which even with the XP take a long time, and these are all quests I'm going to eventually do. So we finished off the first 2 capers, which allows us to unlock the Thieves Guild doors. Come in here, we talk to Darren Lightfinger and see what he has to say. Talking about the caper I'm doing for you. And basically we had to steal back this toy dragon that they had commissioned but couldn't afford. And we had 1,000 thieving experience, and combining that with the contact quest reward, we're up to level 30 thieving. Now, before we go on to do the quest for the feud, we are going to go to the Thieves Guild doors, and we need to get to 15k short of 41, as the Thieves Guild caper will take us from 41 to 42. So I'm going to type in here our XP target, 26171. So we just need to do that. So for doing Thieves Guild doors, when you're below level 35, you just open the doors on the left. Keep opening. Sometimes you'll fail, but you just keep opening the door. And once you open it, you move on to the next door. And then once you get to the end of the list, you hop. But make sure you don't hop to a 1500 world, because we don't have that total yet. So generally for these sort of hopping mechanics, I like to start at the top or bottom and work our way down. So we just got level 35, which will mean we can now open the doors on the right, the red doors. You can also loot the chest, but the chests don't give more experience per hour. So there we are, we hit 37 and our XP target, so we're done for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. See you next time.